everyone? Tim here, TRD Adventures. Hope everyone's on Walter. As always, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. So today we're going to go over my class 1 here. This is my Brazin C1 mullet. It has recently became available to the public, so I think it's finally time we can finally go over the build and all the deets. But first, I got to finish up a couple little things on it. So let's go ahead and see some running footage of it. I have been running this chassis set up for quite some time. So in the video, you'll see two bodies. You'll see the body that I have here on the table, and you'll see my old setup when I had the purple body on it. So hope you enjoy the video, and then we'll get back and go over the details here. All right, so hope you enjoyed the crawling footage there. And like I mentioned, that's the same truck, just two different bodies from when I ran it before to when I got the new body. And also, it is all being ran on my previous chassis. This is the carbon fiber version of this chassis. So once again, this is the Brazin C1 Mullet chassis. So Mullet, very similar to the C2 Mullet that I had ran previously. It's a Ford-based chassis design, just obviously a flat skid, so everything is C1 legal there. It has built-in adjustable mounts there if you're running the Team Yellowjacket Ford motor mount, stuff like that. And then shock towers are also adjustable throughout the length of the rail there to fit your wheelbase or however you want your shocks and everything mounted. So plenty of versatility with the chassis. And once again, like I mentioned in my videos, it's a chassis that checks my box. It's got a nice overall profile of the chassis, plenty of adjustability, and it is Ford-based or biased, which again is just my sweet spot. And it has its obvious crawling advantages in situations and stuff like that. So this is not necessarily a new chassis. It has recently hit more into the public's hands. It has been in team drivers' hands and a few others for quite some time, well over a year. The chassis has been out in the wild and has been at comps and events and stuff like that. It's definitely put in its paces as far as durability, testing, performance, and how everything's doing. The chassis has worked out great. I have never had a single complaint with this chassis other than my own personal drive, other than me not knowing how to drive sometime. The truck does absolute wonders. It's few of those lines in there. It's almost like, great way to put it is how everything's set up. It's a class 2 with 4.19 tires on it. That's simply the best way to put it. This does do certain lines with the small tires and everything that my class 2 can't do. This truck just performs exceptionally well. Overall, planted feels great. I'm very comfortable with what the truck can do, how it leans, how it tilts, anything like that. Like, I know what the truck can and can't do very, very well. So I can put it in a lot of situations, lay a lot of trust into the truck and drive it. And I've had an absolute blast with it. Brazin has been doing, keep an eye on the Brazin fan page, because every month for the past couple months, they've been doing very small limited run releases on chassis, whether it be certain anodizing or a chassis that maybe hasn't even been available to the public yet. So this month for May was the C1 Mullet in an anodized gold. And it came with all the goodies. Titanium shock towers there, titanium panhard mount, dual servo mount, skid plate, chassis, cross brace. So it came with all the goodies to get everything together. Luckily, mine was already built, so I just simply had to pull out the carbon fiber rails and put in the gold anodized ones. Not enough of a difference for me going from the aluminum to the carbon fiber for me to tell a difference. The gold looked really, really good, and it matches the rest of the build very, very well. So we snagged the gold one. So into the details here. So I am F10 portal based here for class 1, and I'm sitting at a 12.3 inch wheelbase. I ran 11.3 for a very, very long time, but when I switched to the Mullet chassis here, I did lengthen out. We went to 12.5 running the portals, and personally, I've had much better success. I feel like I've got a lot more control and stability and everything else over the truck, and it can just do lots of things. That was the big change for me from class 1 at the end of last year up through this year, is extending out that wheelbase. Wheels and tires, so we're running some 2.2 Shift Mavericks in gold, and for tires, we're running the 4.19 class 1 Tusk tire. I had to snag that as soon as that came out this year. I was on that one. And for foams, we're running the Three Brothers RC dual stage anti-foams for the 4.19 size. There's two 4.19 foams, a single stage and a dual stage. I'm running the dual stage, no tuning rods, just fitted tires and letting them work. And of course, all the Brazin goodies and everything like that. These sliders here are from JJ's 3D Design. Gives you a list of measurements and shows you how to measure and how he needs stuff measured. I sent him the measurements, and he got these cut, bent, and drilled for me, and I bolted them right on, and they fit my body perfectly. Luckily, I did have these made for the purple Jeep body that was in there, and luckily they still fit with the new body that I snagged. I didn't have to make any adjustments there, which was really, really nice. Transmission, we're running again the Exo Alpinist transmission, just an easy one. Transfer case points, dual outputs, so I can have overdrive or no overdrive. Super smooth transmission, really, really nice. One of my favorite transmissions there. And then as far as electronics, we have my standard go-to electronics. We have from Three Brothers RC, the G13 Pro steering servo, the Atlas Micro Pro servo winch, and the 1500 kV Yellowjacket. And then powering all that is the Silent Assassin ESC. And then for shocks, of course, we have the Deluxe Fab Ultra Short shocks, so 80mm shocks there all the way around, and custom rear bumper and Team Yellowjacket bumper in the front. And then for links, links are from Hardcore RC. I don't remember if he actually has the C1 Mullet link section on there, but it is high-low links, and you just add in the notes that it is for the C1 Mullet and the wheelbase you prefer, and he can get those made accordingly. And they were pretty spot on here, so everything there worked out good. And then for body, so I did change it up for bodies this year. At the end of last year and everything, I built it up on that purple Jeep Team Carbon body. But Jeff dropped this awesome new cruiser-esque body this year, so I snagged one. So this is a Team Carbon body, cruiser style, full carbon fiber body, drop bed the whole nine, so it is very light. It does count as full hard body points and custom hard body points. And all in all, I think everything here came out really, really good. Super happy running this truck. It really hasn't let me down in the slightest. I definitely feel I'm at a more competitive edge since I've been running this chassis. When I'm actually kind of in the zone, I feel much more confident running this truck. I said lots of trust in this truck, and I do have tons of drive time in this. So I will link everything down below. I will link the side. I'm not sure, since the limited editions have sold out, I'm not sure if the link is still up there, but I will link Brazin. Like I said, that was a limited edition release, but I would say keep an eye on it. It may come out here in the public soon enough with how well the release and everything went over. So, but other than that, I will get everything else linked down below that I've used. Any questions, comments, anything like that, as always, put them down below. I'll do my best to get everything answered. I'm really excited for some events here. Class 1, always been one of my favorites. I like the tiny tires. I like seeing what these Class 1 trucks can do. It has been an absolute blast driving this truck. But that will pretty much wrap this one up. So I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, everyone, have a great one. Crawl on.